What's up, YouTube? This is the Accidental Spy coming at you with another A-Team movie action figure review, and this time I have Sergeant B.A. Bad Attitude Baracus. And originally this character was played by Mr. T back in the 80s, and now he's played by Quentin Rampage Jackson for the new upcoming movie. And that's quite an interesting casting choice in my opinion, considering that Rampage Jackson isn't really an actor, but I guess he can pull off the whole bad attitude part since he is a pretty savage fighter in the ring. But enough about the casting choices in the movie. Let's talk about the figure. And once again, I am impressed with this figure line. I should probably quantify that statement in saying that, do I think these are on the level of, say, Hasbro's best 3 3/4 inch figures? Probably not, but Articulation Times recently did a review of Hannibal, and they said that these figures were basic, but in a good way, and I do agree with that. These figures are basic. They do get the job done, but I will say that I think they do a little bit more than just get the job done. I think Jazwares has stepped up and tried to make figures on par with Hasbro figures, and I think they've done a decent job of trying to do that. Now, have they reached that level of some of like let's say the Iron Man 2 figures? Not really, but they are pretty good figures in their own right, and so I think we should judge them by just what they are. If you want to see a crappy figure line, check out the recent Star Trek movie figure line. That's crappy. I'm a big Star Trek fan. I love the movie, but that figure line was pretty crappy. But other than that, let's start talking about the figure. Great figure and a great likeness to Quentin Rampage Jackson, if you can see that. I think out of all the figures, this figure does more closely resemble the character that they portray better than the other figures do. In terms of sculpt, I think it has a pretty good sculpt. I like the head area. That mohawk is actually sculpted in there and then painted. It's not just a simple paint up there. The pants look really good. Nice sculpted in details with the ruffles and creases in the pants. Good paint detail all around. It's basic, but the pants could have been just simply blue or even like molded in blue, but they didn't do that. They actually, it's 2 shades of blue. One lighter to add the detail of a washed out look for the dark, and then one darker one as the base. So that's pretty cool. Good flesh tones and everything. Good details here. The tattoo right here looks pretty good. And there's another tattoo on his other arm, and nice clean tattoo, or not tattoos, but printing on his shirt. And paint details overall is pretty clean and basic, but it's clean, so I like it. In terms of accessories, he comes with an assault rifle and a pistol. They all come with an assault rifle and a pistol, so not much in terms of accessories. No figure stand, which kind of sucks. In terms of scale comparison, let's bring out the Fusion armor from the Iron Man 2 line, and Destro from the Rise of Cobra line. Now, this is one disappointment with this figure, is that Rampage Jackson is 6'1", and this figure makes him look kind of, you know, small in comparison to other people. So that's my only complaint, is that this figure should be taller. But I guess you can't have everything. He still does scale very well with the recent G.I. Joe line and with the recent Iron Man 2 figures. So it's not that he's out of scale, but he should be just a little bit taller. But that's just a minor gripe for an otherwise pretty good figure. High recommendation. If you're going to collect one, you should collect them all. And there's not one bad figure in this line, and I think that if you are going to collect the A-Team, or if you're going to collect the van, you might as well collect the figures that go with the van, and you can't have the van without B.A. Baracus. So there you go. This was the Accidental Spy, and that was my review of the A-Team Sergeant B.A. Bad Attitude Baracus, and I'm signing off. See you later, YouTube.